Guys, welcome back to the channel. I do apologize for the lack of videos recently with university and the rest. It makes it a bit hard for me to make some content, but I do have some spare time with me at the moment, and I will try and push out the content as much as I can. Today we're going. I'm basically, even though it does feel like the news is a bit old, there was no way I couldn't make a video about this. So we'll just get along with this, as it's gonna probably be a long video. So in terms of the Kyoryuja and the King Goja and the King Goja crossover, I'll find a special day to make a review about that and just go along with it. So I'll make the two episodes all combined into one, and it's going to be much easier to do that as the story is going to be more continuous. But today we're basically going to talk about the toy lines that basically Bandai released throughout let's say the past 3 or 4 days in regards to Kyoryuja. As you know, it's their 10th anniversary this year, so it's natural that they were going to create some memorial editions of them as well. So if you already know about them, cool. If you don't, well, here's your chance to find out. So let's go. So I forgot when, but I do know on the day when Kyoryuja aired, on King Oja, uh, on the date when King Oja had his debut. Basically, Kyoryuja had a debut on the King Oja show. 10 minutes after the event was done, remember they brought out a little teaser to go, hey look, it's Kyoryuja's 10th anniversary. We're gonna have the memorial gaburicalibur in. Although they didn't reveal any pricing or anything yet, they just went, hey look, it's over there, so you guys just prepare your wallets for that. Basically, they brought out this poster over here, gaburicalibur plus memorial edition. After 10 years, the most bravest items and stock, basically. So they brought out this teaser over here of the gaburicalibur, new mold, new design. I even though I didn't have the original one, I really appreciate the changes that they've made over here, because it might not look like much, especially when we go through the listings, but really do appreciate it, especially with the bullet rounds, how you charge and the rest. It's really good. And it comes with the three original batteries. That's Gabutiras, Degochi, and Dunkera. And basically they just went, look, this is going to come. It didn't really say anything, to be honest. They didn't really put anything much. They just brought out some photos and they said, get ready for it. Then, inconveniently, the next day is these motherfuckers, they actually did add the listing over to Premium Bandai. So they went, hey look fuckers, the item is actually out for pre-order today. That was 24 hours later. They brought out the prices and everything. So, and they brought out all the listings. So we'll just go through all the listing and the rest, give you my thoughts about it, and we'll just go over from there. So, gaburicalibur Memorial Edition. Just go over to the next one. So, the gaburicalibur, just like every other Memorial Edition that gets being scaled over, it's this grip size especially has been increased to actually fit like adult hands. And basically, in terms of the full amount, it's been increased by about 105%. The reason why I think it hasn't been increased anymore is because I feel like the deluxe was like, the gun part, apart from the handle, was already almost close to prop size. It was just that the actual handle was small for adults to basically hold. So the actual handle got increased over so that adults can be able to make use of it. And again, bigger than the deluxe, new mold, which I will always respect, because why would you really take a mold from the deluxe as well? So new molds, they got rid of all the screws, as to be expected with a Memorial Edition. The eyes now, they actually light up just like in the show. So there's actual LEDs on the lights now. So there's a green LED just to basically represent what was on the show. So now anytime you open it, you close it, there's going to be an LED on them. The actual barrel, which I did talk about before, the gun barrel, has been changed from a luminescent type of color effect to be changed to a clear yellow and black, which I'll always respect, because to be honest with you, I never really liked type of like that type of effect. It never really standard by me, especially with the light over there, because the light felt kind of weak in a way. So I'm really glad that they were able to change that as well. And also as well, they also eliminated the open and the close lock for the mount as well. So now I can actually, because I do believe the original one, I believe you had to click that button, then click the top button as well to actually open the mount. And without clicking those buttons, I believe the mount was kind of flingy, it was kind of like fidgety and the rest on the deluxe. So they are happy to announce that isn't the case over here. That it's actually that they've removed that entirely. So now it only opens from the actual normal, like not trigger, but the thing that pulls up the trigger before. You understand what I mean? Then, um, of course, it's not a memorial without theme songs and BGMs and voice phrases. So voice phrases are all they're all inside the Gabba Revolver. So Kiryu Daigo, Ian, Nobuharu, Soji, and Amy. Also Uchi as well. His voice phrases are also in the item as well. I hope this doesn't mean that they won't release the memorial. Um, they won't release the memorial. Forgot what the thing was called. Is actual change Curio Gold's changer, because I would really be pissed, because I really want that as well. Now the point where I'm actually uh a bit disappointed is that this item, with the price that it goes for as well, I'm kind of disappointed that they um only put two BGMs on the item. Kind of disappointed at that, because for what the price goes for and the amount of good themes that Kyoryuja has got as a show, a lot. I'm kind of disappointed that they only had two. It could probably be um something to do with their rights, because I do know some of their music is already they're already, like, the rights aren't owned by them. Like, the rights are already expired and the rest. But I still feel like you could have probably squeezed in like three or four. Something like even the G Riser, which also got released this week, that I'll make a separate video about, hopefully. That has got six themes inside that. And even I believe the memorial Dawn Blaster has got like three or four. So something like this, I would have expected something similar to that, probably even more for how much is actually being sold about as well. But I cannot really be much disappointed with that, so I'll leave off with that. So there'll be the Kyoryuja TV size music in there, and there'll be the music that they normally do to basically in the transformation scenes. So that will be there. Now this is what, in a way, it doesn't really piss me off, but it pisses most of the fans off, because in a way, what they've done is, um the new beast batteries for Gabutira, Stegochi, Dorikera, Zakuto, and Parasagan, uh, because they use a different pin system, I don't believe the sizes of those Udenchis would probably change. I would think it's probably going to be the same size, because the changes in this gun, they're not mostly on the gun itself. It's mostly on the grip. So the changes are mostly on the grip itself. So I believe the beast batches will be the same size. But what this fuckers have basically done is they've changed the pin systems that was originally used in 2013. Meaning that if back in 2013 you spend shit tons of money as Udenchis, even getting the rare ones, thinking that those will also work over here, well, think again, because that's not the case. So they use a different pin I did, different to the one in 2013, and apparently it's because it released special new sounds or something. I don't really know if that's the case. I feel like they want to try and milk Kyoryuja since it was popular as fuck like back 2013. And since they've been able to do it before, they can be able to do it again basically. So set one of the Zyudenchis in and you can be able to have the three special, like you have special phrases from the actual like actors themselves, which is kind of and the last thing as well, which to be honest I should have brought that before, but also once we get back to the thingy, you can also the combination between the Gabu Caliber and the Gabu Revolver, you can add it together to make the Gabu Caliber. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly cut off. Let me get you guys to the prices, then we'll just work it out from there. So welcome back. In terms of pricing will be 18,700 yen. I did do a conversion before in terms of Google, but to be honest, I don't really think even Google it's kind of up to date to what normal service users would like. Service users that will normally sell the items, or middleman will normally, because they've got their own type of exchange rates. But 18,700 yen, it's approximately through to Google $125, and it's about £100 in the UK. Off Ninin Games, I got it for about, I believe, after shipping, about £160. So that'll be near to about $180 to $190. I believe I heard of someone that the Gabo Revolver of Tokyo Collectibles is about $260, give or take. So again, I feel the price is not that bad, but I think something like the Dawn Blaster Memorial Edition, that was slightly cheaper, and it does have good stuff on it. Good stuff in, I mean, it comes with the 5 core Sentai members, and also actually also come with the Robotaro gear as well. Don Momotaro gear, I mean. Whilst this one just comes with the 3 bis batteries and comes with the actual gun themselves, which again I won't really criticize that much, because again I am a god love. I'm like literally my love for Kyoryuja is like up top, but sometimes I've got to be realistic as well on what's actually happening. So normally Bandai does normally tend to like literally these people they don't mind like revealing why the price is actually up like where it was. So I believe the CSM Sengoku driver that was, I believe, was next to 50k, and they said the reason why it was priced like that was because of the LEDs that they put in the actual drivers. So they put 100 LEDs on the bottle effect of the driver, and also because the yen in the Japanese is depreciating. So most likely they'll probably say the same thing, that the yen is depreciating, but I still feel like it's a bit pricey for what it is. I mean, the only changes that I mean, apart from the actors voice phrases, which I'll always appreciate, and the BGMs that put in, the only thing that they've really changed is just change the color of the barrel from more of like an invisible type of effect to an actual color filling effect. And they've added some LEDs over to the eyes of the gun and the grip. That's the only thing I felt like they changed. But still, I won't really criticize them that much, because Bandai does have a track history of making good quality toys, and I feel like they won't miss out on this either. It's going to be a great device for every Kyoryuja fan, to be honest. Anybody that bought their original Gabu Revolver from like 10 years ago, it's a must have. This is a must have for any Kyoryuja lover, literally. So it's 18,700 yen. Those are the prices I've listed over there. So the reservation ends on the 31st of January, and the delivery date is scheduled for June 2024. So in the summertime, that's when we should be having some of the orders being packed up. I believe there'll be a first wave and there'll be a second wave. So probably the second wave will be for either July. Just depends on how popular the item basically is at the moment. So at the moment, it seems that stock levels are good for the first batch as of now. Off Ninin Games, I do know that the first batch is sold out. So whoever's trying to get that opening in games will have to go on the second batch already. So that's what it is for the Gabby Revolver at the moment. Welcome back, and we've got the Gabby Caliber over here. So a couple of no, not a couple of days. The same day when they opened up the event, the Narikiri event in I believe it's Nagoya, Japan or someone. I'll put the name over there. Bandai literally poured on top of us shit tons of releases. They released they released, I mean, um the CSM Genesis driver was already there from the beginning, but they released so many things, like so many informations. They released this. That's, I believe, that same day they released the SP license one for the new Deca Red movie. They released the Feist driver next, the Kaiser Phone 20. They also released the not really like put for pre-order yet, but they unveiled the new Moose driver for Kamen Rider Moose of Kamen Rider Fires. So they revealed all those three drivers. They revealed this, the gaburicalibur. They also revealed the G Riser as well, and not also to talk about the other releases that they've also put in between those time. So in this event alone, they pulled out like, this is not only of this like Super Sentai, Kamen Riders, Ultraman, Precure, and Garo as well. They also released the CSG Garo Ken as well. So they released so many stuff. They released like about 25 type of different stuffs over there, and those are only just like premium Bandai alone. We are not even talking about retail prices. Not talk about retail items as well. But anyways, they released that. They released this year, that time over there. So this is the Gabriel Caliber, the Memorial Edition. So you see the caliber over here. It's not a 1-to-1 scale. It clearly does look like one because the grip is kind of short. Same effect like the gun, and it's basically the same thing. It comes with the Power Sagan and the Sakuto Zudenchi. Let's see. So they added 2 beast batteries in there, just like we thought they were going to do. The Power Sagan and the Zakuto beast battery. Same, the new ID systems and the rest. It's basically the same thing. So put it in, comes out with your own special phrases and the rest, so it doesn't really change anything. To be interested in, you combine the Gabriel Caliber and you combine the Gabriel Revolver, combine them two, and you get the Gabriel Cannon as well, which I'm actually surprised that they did add over here. But to be honest, Bandai can be able to pretty much do anything, to be honest. This is the part that realistically pisses me off a little bit, and I'm not really sure why this is the case, but the Gabriel Caliber is 24,200 yen. That's crazy expensive. Because the thing is, do not forget, a couple of months ago, if you had charged me 24,200 yen on the Zankler sword, I would have still bought it because I feel like the value was there. In the sense of, it's got like 14 fresh LEDs. It's got tons and tons of features over there, voice phrases, BGMs. It's got the whole lot of them in there. But this is just a saber, slightly lented out, about 150% bigger than the original, which I do have to respect. And it's got LEDs on the eyes. That's it. Now again, I would like a full-size sword, and I've already put a pre-order for it already, but it's kind of expensive. There really isn't much around it to warrant that price. I mean, let's just quickly get this translated over for you. So 24,200 yen. Whilst over here it says 132 pounds, which would be about $160 or so. I presume somewhere like Top Collectibles will already be charging almost next to $300 or something next to that. Naming Games were charging me about I believe it's like 158 with shipping prices. We're almost looking at £200. £200 for a sword that basically acts like the deluxe, and it's slightly increased, which I do appreciate the effort. I think it's kind of crazy. So I mean, I wasn't that mad in terms of like the Gabi revolver being that price, but this one, it's in a way you're kind of taking the milk. And to for me to I mean to even show that it doesn't really have much of a features. If you do go over here, just about in the descriptions, let's see. Uh, yeah, look, the batteries that he includes are three LR44 batteries. So to be honest with you, it's not a high powered type of item, to be honest, because it's only been powered by all those bottom batteries. The bottom batteries do not really take much power, to be honest. The Zanglan sword takes about, I believe, three double A batteries, and the new one I believe will take about two double A batteries as well. So three LR44s, about three of them. Was that go be enough for the LEDs? And the LEDs, some of the regular attacks that you saw on the show, and I believe also for the gaburicalibur. That's if the sword itself actually does the attack itself, or it's a gun. Uh, so yeah, look at it over here. So gaburicalibur Memorial Edition. The main body has a new model, 755 millimeters. So that's about, so I believe, you don't camera about 7. I forgot about it. So it's 150% larger than the deluxe version. New parts, new sense of blade, the rest, and basically attach it over to the Gabriel revolver, and you get the Gabriel cannon. So to be honest with you, even Bandai, there weren't anything that they were actually going to add over there to justify this price. And I myself, I am a Kyoryuger fan, and I did get the thing naturally, but let's think of in a reasonable sense. Can we really be selling this for 24,000 yen? It's kind of absurd in a way. You've got this going for 22,000 yen, and something like the Zangler sword literally sold for the same price as the Dumb Blaster as well, which was 16,000 yen as well. So I won't really try and blame them for anything, because after all, Bandai does have the reputation of creating good stuff, but I cannot justify this price. So in terms of, would I recommend this? If you're a Kyoryuger fan and you love to get prop size type of, it's not really even prop size, to be honest. I think it's not up to it's not 1-to-1, that's for sure. Something close to that, but it's not really up to 1-to-1. So if you're a Kyoryuger fan and you love Kyoryuger that much that you actually love to spend like your money on the merch, then you can go ahead. But as a neutral or someone that really does not have the thing, will I really recommend it? No, because I think the thing, like, you have to be realistic. If it had features of its own or special features which warrant the price, then fair enough. But this one doesn't really have much. I mean, it doesn't really even say if it has like any special like more accurate sound effects that went in even in the deluxe. It doesn't say anything. The only thing the listing only said is that the sword is bigger. That's it. So can you really warrant the price compared to this sword, and it could only be an extension of an existing sword? So it's just something you have to consider. I just got it because I love the show, and I'm ready to spend the cash, because I did say I was ready. But what can I really justify this price? Not really. Like, and even in terms of, let's say, Ultraman G, his henshin device comes with a G riser, the knuckle loader. Comes with three. It comes with 6 type of ultra capsules: the solid burning, primitive, and acro smasher. Like, even in a way, that's slightly even much more value than the actual Gabber revolver itself, and it's selling for slightly more cheap as well. And it comes with the regular BGMs. It's got 6 of them, to be honest. 6 BGMs. It's got shit tons of phrases from the whole cast. I'm talking Riku, Ultraman Z, his host, Lei, which is the temporary villain of the show, Leiha, also the pig as well, also has those voice phrases as well, and has voice, I believe, don't count me on it yet, but I think it's also got voice phrases from Belial as well, Ultraman Belial as well. It's got all those features over there, and more capsules are coming, which I'll be happily ready to spend, because the actual initial price for the initial investment for the first one was actually cheap. Whilst I wouldn't really like to compare things apple to apple, but you will be a bit realistic. Would I really want to buy an more scaled up sword that's not even really prop to prop for this amount of price? If you guys do have the interest to buy it right now and you are a diehard fan, go for it. But if you want to, I think the best option right now, unless I really see much about it and I'm really sure on what they're really going to like improve on the actual sounds and the rest, I would probably wait for the item to come off to go onto the local market, as I think it's going to be slightly cheaper in the local market, because at the moment I can't justify this price. I could justify the price for the Gaburicalibur because it's not that bad. It's actually got things that actually work on its sides, and there was actually a Narikiri video that actually showed that there are actually new sounds on the Gaburicalibur, new recorded sounds from Kyoryu Red's actual actor as well. So that one I can recommend that, but this one, it's kind of a hard one to recommend. But if you're a Kyoryu fan, just go for it, because you would love to have these two items together and have the Gabri cannon. It's gonna be a good one. So that's everything in terms of the Kyoryu type of stuff, to be honest. I do have the King Gaburicalibur, the deluxe version. I had that pre-ordered from Amazon and it should be coming anytime soon. I will try and get that video recorded for you guys and try and get some credit pushed out over. And I will also try and get the crossover, the King Goja Kyoryu crossover review done for it, even though it's 7 or 10 minutes. Just try and give you guys my opinion on it. That crossover is basically one of the best crossovers that Super Sentai has done for a while, and that's a bold statement. It wasn't even a movie; it was just a 2-episode special on the show that was planned from the beginning of the show from the directors, and they managed to master everything that I wanted from Kyoryu. The only thing, I think the only downside about it was the mecha fights being a bit short, but we'll get into that when the actual reviews come over. But in terms of the Kyoryu type of stuff, you guys better be ready, because you're going to be eating good. And I know with how things are at the moment, you guys probably better get ready for the THEMGaburevolver to come out, and the King Kyoryu and the King Gaburicalibur to actually come out as a memorial edition, because they won't have a mode like this and not make something like that, which is just to spray some red paint on it and just put some little stickers on it. So most likely there'll be a memorial edition for that sword, and then definitely I can guarantee you there'll be a memorial edition for the THEMGaburevolver, because it's the same mold. It's actually the same mold. So it is what it is for now. I am happy with these releases. As a Kyoryu fan, I'm really happy. And yeah, what else is there to say? Enjoy the moment as it can. Enjoy the moment as you can. Save up, because you've got lots of time. Same thing over here. Reservation closes on the 31st of January and is scheduled to be shipped on June 2024. So basically, the same day you get the Gaburicalibur, it's the same day you also get the Gaburicalibur. Just depends. Probably there'll be like a day or two type of like delay or something, but it's basically the same month you receive the both of them, which will be really great. And the only thing now I'm waiting for is just Miniteria now. Once I've got Miniteria, I complete my set. Maybe I might also cope out the THEMGaburevolver as well. What I really want to get off Kyoryu, and I don't mind how much it's going to cost me, is the flute buster from Death Yuja. That weapon is sick. It's sick. If you can't make it as a deluxe, please make it as a memorial, because I will definitely be coping that. That is a really good villain. Anyways, the video over here is a bit long, and long videos do not really work with YouTube in terms of promoting it, but I hope I've been able to basically give you guys a guidance on how the KUG memorial stuff are working. Just know the fun has started right now, but it's not ending for a while. See you guys later.